This video brings you a huge update on 2 lawsuits filed against corrupt police in Nevada by YouTuber Reno Misconduct after having his constitutional rights violated. Both lawsuits have been settled, and the details of those settlements are an exclusive update from Showcase Audits by way of Reno Misconduct himself, who asked us to break the news.
If you want to sue people, sue people. That's your right. If you want to sue the department, sue the city, by all means, go right ahead.
Hey, listen, good luck on your lawsuit.
This story is significant as not only a win for the people, but an inspiring look at how a citizen took legal action, represented himself while homeless, and won twice. We will go over the police interactions and their respective lawsuits, as well as the circumstances that led to Frank's homelessness, and some of the Jerry Springer-esque drama surrounding one of the judges involved. Be sure to check the description for additional links and information. Meet Frank Liu. In late 2022, he was homeless and living out of his car when he was detained by Reno police.
Am I detained?
Yes.
And here is another instance of his being unlawfully detained by law enforcement. These incidents reflect a widespread stigma against the homeless and how they are disproportionately targeted by police.
Well, I noticed you've been here for a while, so.
Oh, yeah.
Just checking on you, see.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So you just been staying here for a couple days? Just.
Yeah, I think this is, I think I stayed here for 2 nights, honestly.
Okay. Do you have any guns, knives, bombs, hand grenades, dead people in the car? Are you a convicted felon?
No.
Okay. All right, gotcha. Do you have a driver's license on you?
I have a driver's license.
Can I see it, please?
I can provide it to you if it's required.
It is. Yep. Okay. Yep. I need to verify who you are. So.
Sure.
So can I see that driver's license?
Yeah, no problem. I mean, if it's required, sir, you can have that and look it up. Yeah.
Hey, do me a favor. Don't reach around, dude.
I was gonna give you this.
Well, I know you've been here since at least Monday. Since yesterday.
I think 2 nights, sir.
Okay.
But like the thing is, I was at the Susanville Susanville homeless shelter, and they said I couldn't stay there because my ID is not from this area.
Okay.
Are you giving me a ticket or?
Nope. I'm just running your information here.
You can have that if you want the paper.
Okay. What's your date of birth? Okay.
I'm not sure.
What's your social security number?
I don't want to say it on your body cam, sir.
Okay.
Because I don't want to say it, honestly, because it's on your body cam, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't want to say it. My social security number, sir. Is that okay?
Okay.
Because you're recording.
You don't trust the cops?
No, I don't want it to be recorded because it could be public, right? Public record.
No.
Well, I think so.
No, it wouldn't be.
So I don't want to say it because I don't want my social security out there.
Okay. Okay. Do you know where you are right now?
Yeah.
Do you know what year it is?
Yeah.
What year is it?
Like, I'm not sure why you asked me. 2022.
Okay. Do you know who the president is?
Sure.
Who is it?
Joe Biden.
Okay. Okay. How many quarters are in a dollar?
Why are you asking me these questions for?
Because I just want to make sure you're okay and you can take care of yourself.
I'm not sure if I'm giving up any suspicion that I'm not okay. Sir.
Well, yeah, you are a little bit. You're living in a rest stop and you know, you seem like you're having a hard time right now. You got anything you're not supposed to have in the car?
No.
Okay. All right. Do you want me to see if I can get you into a shelter or something?
Well, the thing is, I went to the Susanville one. They said I'm not from the county. So.
Well, I mean, I can. We have a guy that does that. I mean, you want me to call him and see if he can help you get into somewhere?
I'm not sure where you're talking, like what city, like what area.
It depends. They would talk to you and try to find what's best for you. Let me check this out and let me get you some info, okay?
Sure.
Hang on just 1 second.
Powell steps back to his cruiser for several minutes, where he runs Frank's ID for warrants, and also creepily flips through his passport and takes a photo. Powell makes no attempt to gather information on homeless shelters like he had promised to do moments ago, and has all but forgotten about it when he returns to Frank's car.
All right, man. Here's your stuff. So you can't stay here either. So you're gonna have to.
Can I ask a question, officer?
Yeah.
You're saying I have to leave here?
Yeah.
Like within how long?
So it's I believe they allow people to overnight camp here, but I believe there's a sign that says
like something over there, because I did see a bathroom over there.
There is, but it's the same. This is all federal BLM land here.
I thought like over there was a campground. I'm not sure. I didn't know how to get over there. So if I close the window and lower it down a little bit, it's really cold.
Sure.
I'm in a t-shirt.
Sure. What I'm saying to you is you need to go. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's time to move on. Okay.
But BLM land, I thought it was like 14 days, sir.
But you're not camping. This isn't camping. You're just living out of your car.
It's
okay.
Car camping.
No, it's time to go, dude.
Okay. I will go. Like once I use the bathroom again. Like
yeah, there's a bathroom right there.
Yep. An hour, okay?
Yep, so you need to get out of here in an hour then, okay?
Can I ask you a question, sir?
You've asked me a bunch of questions.
Can I ask
Go
you
ahead.
questions?
Go ahead.
I thought you were like getting some information from me, sir.
He doesn't have any information, so I can't run your information right now.
No, not my information, but like you said, like you can get some information for homeless shelters or something. Some guy can call or.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go talk to him. I can set you up with human services.
Are you able to talk to someone? Because I'm not sure.
Not right here. The reception here is awful.
Oh, you have reception. I don't have reception.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Is it's my cell phone doesn't work.
Oh, I thought you were using the radio.
So barely.
So like you're not able to contact that person.
I can't call him right now. My phone's not working.
Oh, like you have the information from?
Well, yeah, Lyon County Human Services. You got to go into town and Google Lyon County Human Services, and they'll be able to help you out.
Is it possible to talk to a supervisor really quick?
I am the supervisor.
You are the supervisor?
Yep, I'm the lieutenant.
Can I get a card, sir?
For what?
Just a card.
Okay, I don't have a card. My name is Lieutenant Ryan Powell.
Paper and pen?
Sure, go ahead.
I don't have a pen.
Okay, well, Lieutenant Ryan Powell, my badge number is 5552.
Can I borrow your pen, sir?
No.
Hold on. I have a computer. I'll just type it down, sir. I have a computer.
Okay, go ahead. All right, man. I'm standing in the snow. I'm getting wet, so.
No, I'll be quick, sir.
No, I already told you my name, my badge number, so.
I can't write it down, sir.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. That's not my problem. So.
It'll be like 1 second, sir.
No, I'm out of here, dude. You need to get going. Okay. Yep.
Can you tell me the badge number again?
5552. Have a good day.
Powell actually had the nerve to say this.
You don't trust the cops?
Literally as he's violating someone's rights. Never mind for a minute that it's creepy and inappropriate to ask for a social security number, which you are not required to give to police ever, by the way. But Powell is just full of lies. We'll unpack that in a minute, but as it happens, Frank was forced to hit the road in some pretty shitty weather conditions. You can see the snow starting to come down pretty hard at the end there. He made it to Urington, only to find that there were no homeless shelters there after all. He spent the night in a different rest area, and the next day, walked into the Lyon County Sheriff's Office in Urington and filed a complaint against Powell, documenting his numerous lies and civil rights violations. Obviously, Frank's Fourth Amendment was violated when he was forced to ID, and his Eighth Amendment under Martin v. Boise, which is a Ninth Circuit ruling that basically says that if the city cannot provide enough adequate homeless shelters, then sleeping in public places cannot be criminalized. Frank conveyed to Powell that he had just been turned away at a shelter, so Powell had no right to kick him out of the rest area, especially since it was on public land. But Powell used his authority to force Frank to leave. Powell lied about trying to provide assistance, as he clearly had no intention of doing so, lied about his radio reception, and you get the idea. Add in his mood swing near the end, and not letting him use a pen.
Can I borrow your pen, sir?
No.
I can't write it down, sir.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. That's not my problem.
And you've got one real disgrace to the badge. We'll go over the settlement later, but Frank indeed sued the Lyon County Sheriff's Department and Powell himself under USC 42, Section 1983, further alleging 14th Amendment violations for being profiled and targeted. Approximately a month later, Frank was in his car, parked at a 24-hour Planet Fitness, of which he happened to be a member, when he was approached by Officer Gauthier of the Reno PD. We've covered some pretty dumb cops on this channel, and this one's right down there with the worst of them, scraping the bottom. He's even been a YouTube star before.
Just prolonging my traffic stop here, because I'm not doing a thing until I have more people with me.
Okay.
So you guys are just prolonging this entire
Absolutely
thing.
not, sir. Absolutely not.
Diverting my attention from my traffic stop.
That'll be
I don't care if you guys don't.
That'll be a physical thing.
You guys step back to the street.
Can I get you identified real quick?
Nope.
Badge number?
Nope. Sorry, I can't conduct my traffic stop because these guys are distracting us. One second. You guys can go to jail. This is just a verbal warning right now.
We're not going to jail.
Go ahead and go to jail. I promise you that.
And here's an out-of-context video of him tasing a man as he lay on the ground.
I can't breathe, sir. I can't breathe.
I don't know the circumstances of that incident, but the video pretty much speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Sit down! Sit down!
I will break down this encounter in some detail after a bit, including the violations specified in Frank's lawsuit, but a few things become obvious about this cop right away. As I already stated, he's dumb. He has a smug, condescending demeanor. He either doesn't know or drastically misrepresents basic laws, and he's fixated on getting that ID. Everything else is smokescreen.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, man. How about you?
Hi.
I'm just checking in. I'm not trying to pinch you for anything. You're good. You're good. It can stay there for a second.
Yeah,
Can you just bring your left hand forward for me?
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Just my hand was just here.
I know. I just like to keep eyes on hands.
My seat is back, man.
What was that?
My seat is back.
You want to move it forward?
No,
it's up to you, man.
Yeah,
if you're uncomfortable, move it forward.
That's why I had my hand back.
Okay.
That's what I was
You're good, man. I'm only talking to you because you've been here for like quite a while now, like a few weeks at least. So I'm just checking in to see what's going on. Are you living out of your car right now, I'm assuming?
I was gonna say I'm homeless.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not trying to pinch you for anything tonight. I'm just making sure everything's okay.
On
You're good. What's going on? Are you just out of work and stuff? I'm not trying to pry. I'm just curious.
I can show you. Right now I'm editing a video.
Okay.
But let me show you something.
So you're working right now? You have a job?
No, I'm just editing a video because I'm doing some YouTube.
Okay.
That's what I was doing. I showed you the editing page, right? You saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
but
good,
I'll
man.
show you something else. Hold on.
How old are you?
Hold on one second. Let me. It's a U.S. District Court. Suing the Lyon County Sheriff's Office.
Huh.
I was at the Boise Canyon rest area. I was there for 2 nights, and then the guy kicked me out of the rest area.
Yeah.
2 nights, and he said I couldn't go across the river to the BLM land. So basically, I'm gonna sue them. I already filed it. 42 U.S.C. Section 1983, Federal Statute Discrimination. Martin v. Boise is a ruling from 920 F. 3rd 584 9th Circuit Court from 2019.
Do you have ID on you?
Am I required to give you my ID, sir?
So listen, man, I'm just checking up on you. You've been here for a few weeks, right?
I understand, but the thing is, I just want to explain this. That's why I'm trying to explain this, sir.
I know.
I'm not trying to cause anything.
I know.
But
you're delaying my
investigation.
investigation.
If you want my ID, I'll give you my ID.
Yes,
but
please.
let me just say this. I'm suing the Lyon County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
Because they required ID. Terry versus Ohio, reasonable suspicion.
Right.
So do you have any reasons? I can give you my ID. I have no problem.
Yeah.
with
So
that.
do you want me to explain it first?
I mean, you can.
So this is my beat. I've worked here for over a year and a half. Okay. I know that this is a high crime area. A lot of crime goes on here.
Are you
gonna listen?
It's okay.
Are you gonna listen?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I'm listening.
So like I said, we have a lot of crime in this area, right? We have a lot of vehicle burglaries and whatnot. We have a lot of people who sleep in their cars in this area.
I see that.
Yep, exactly. So I check on these people all the time.
Yes.
Okay. So reasonable suspicion, as you know, it would just lead a reasonable person to believe that a crime is, or will be committed, right? So from my experience in this area, crime can absolutely be committed in this area. Like vehicle burglaries, for example, happen all the time here.
But for me,
Planet Fitness, right? They have crime occur all the time, inside and outside. Okay, with their members parking outside, their vehicles getting burgled, and everything else going on in this parking lot. Okay, this is a private property, so do you have a right to be here? If they want you to be. Have they told me that they don't want you here? Nope, not yet. They have not. But I've spoken with management and whatnot.
Where?
At Planet Fitness, at Wingcoat. I've spoken with all these areas, and they love for me to come down here and check on people because of the crime rates. You see what I'm saying?
So that's why general.
Just in general. So that's
but
why.
No specifics. I have my ID right here. I can give it to you. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
But the thing is, it's only if it's required. If you say it is required, this is a detention, and it's required, I will give you my ID.
Okay, so I'm confused because at first you said you don't have a problem giving me your ID.
I don't, but it's only if it's required.
So those are two different things. You're contradicting
I have no
yourself.
problem if it's required because I have an ID.
Perfect.
So if you're saying,
I'll go ahead and take your ID.
am I detained?
Yes.
And you're requiring my ID, right?
Yes, I just explained to you the reason with suspicion, and that's all I need in order to ask for your ID. Correct?
No, under Terry versus, I can give you my ID.
Okay, thank you.
But no, I mean, if it's required, because if
I'm telling you it is.
My hand, it's required.
I'm telling you it is.
Take from my hand, it's required.
Yep.
So you
I just took it.
And
I'm telling you, this is all recorded. I just took it.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, perfect. And what's your social?
I don't feel comfortable getting my social on camera.
Okay, well,
you have a body cam.
Well, you have to.
Can I write it down?
So
I don't want to say it out loud.
The thing is,
I'll write it down.
Okay, sounds
yeah,
good.
That's fine. Because I don't want to say it because it will be on the body cam.
Go ahead and write it down.
So I'll just write it down. Okay.
It's going to be seen on my body cam no matter what.
So why is my social required, sir?
Because that's how you identify yourself. Unfortunately, our dispatch cannot. Can you listen for 1 second? Yeah. You keep talking over me.
Sorry.
Our dispatch cannot run passport and ID numbers, so I have to ask for your social.
Could I write down my driver's license number?
Yes. Driver's license number or social.
I'll write it down.
Most people don't know their driver's license number. If you have it with you, you could just give it to me. That would be a lot easier.
I'll write it down, man. That'll be fine.
I mean, most people just give IDs,
Is
but...
it okay if I write it down, sir?
I'm telling you it is, but you keep asking the same question.
Yes.
Okay, I appreciate it. I'll make
Can I
this
do my passport, or do you still need it?
No, but I still need it because I didn't get your name and date of birth unless you want me to get that.
It's on my passport, sir.
Well, that's why I have it, but you just asked for it back.
No, you can keep it.
Thank you.
For that, yeah.
I'm just gonna leave your door open. Stay in your car.
Where to even begin? I guess with the obvious, the illegal detainment and requiring ID, both of which, of course, are Fourth Amendment violations. It could be argued that Gauthier's opening of the car door violates the Fourth as well, but it wasn't mentioned in the lawsuit, so I won't go there. And Frank was actually trying to help the guy out, saying, "Look, I'm literally suing the last ignorant cop who violated me. Don't be like that guy."
I'm suing the Lyon County Sheriff's Office because they required ID.
He even stated Terry versus Ohio, which is basically like saying, "Hey buddy, I know my rights." And Gauthier should have just let him be at that point. But he's ignorant, dumb, and has a delicate ego, a dangerous combination.
I know that this is a high crime area. We have a lot of crime in this area, right? So if reasonable suspicion, as you know, it would just lead a reasonable person to believe that a crime is, or will be committed, right? So from my experience in this area, crime can absolutely be committed in this area.
This is wrong on so many levels. Again, I barely even know where to start. The claim that this is a high crime area is dubious, but it's irrelevant anyway. And that's not just me saying that, it's the Supreme Court. Also, the standard that needs to be met is reasonable, articulable suspicion. I know that's a lot of syllables for the likes of Gauthier to handle, but it doesn't mean he can ignore it. He must be able to express clear, specific, relevant facts as the basis of an actual crime taking place. Gauthier actually doubles down on this nonsense later, but for now he continues to lie with every breath until he gets what he wants, that sweet, sweet ID.
I'm telling you it is.
From my hand, it's required.
I'm telling you it is.
Take from my hand, it's required.
Yep.
So I
just took it. I'm telling you, this is all recorded. I just took it.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, perfect. And what's your social?
I don't feel comfortable getting my social on camera.
Okay, well,
you have a body cam.
Well, you have to.
So why is my social required, sir?
Because that's how you identify yourself.
Again, with these cops just casually asking for your social security number. It's creepy and out of line for a cop to even ask for it, much less demand it. I mean, he clearly gives no fucks about protecting that information.
It's gonna be seen on my body cam no matter what.
Gauthier heads back to his cruiser where he starts running his mouth. But first, what do we have here? This is Gauthier's girlfriend, just chilling on shift in the cop car, witnessing his bravery and heroism up close and personal. She also gets up close and personal with Frank's passport.
Where's his date of birth?
There's no explanation for this, and though it all seems very inappropriate and quite possibly policy-breaking, it's not mentioned in the lawsuit, so we'll leave it alone. Gauthier proceeds to exhibit total disdain for citizens and their rights, and an astonishing lack of self-awareness.
He was giving me a hard time because he didn't want to give me his social, and then he didn't want to verbally tell me his social because it's on body cam. So he said, "Can I write it down?" I said, "Sure." And I told him, I said, "Just so you know, my body cam's going to see it, and it's going to hear it too." But he's not very logical. He keeps talking over me, not listening to what I'm saying. So anything I say is just in one ear, out the other. So he's on his laptop right now. He's in the process of writing up basically a lawsuit, trying to sue Lyon County for making him identify himself on something. I don't know the case. He tried to explain it to me, but I'm like, dude, I don't know the situation. But so that's why he was giving me a hard time. He was asking why he needs to identify himself.
Another gang member, cop, arrives, fashionably late as to narrowly escape being named in the lawsuit. Nevertheless, this oathbreaker does nothing to stop the violations being perpetrated by his homeboy, while exhibiting barely concealable contempt and disdain for the public.
Alrighty, partner. You don't have any warrants, so that's good.
Your name and
yes.
badge.
Officer Gauthier, badge number 16009. Yep, absolutely.
And as I said, remember when I said Wilson Canyon Rest Area? There's actually a map because I'm suing them.
You're good, man.
Boise. I just want to explain.
I'm all about if you want to sue people, sue people.
Look, this is
that's your right.
Let me explain Wilson Canyon Rest.
I'm good, man. I don't have time.
Let me write down your name and badge number.
That's fine.
What is your name?
GAU. You're gonna type it into Google.
No, just typing it out, copy and paste it.
Okay.
Because I'll find a hold on, notepad. Here it is. Okay, GAU.
Yep. TH.
Perhaps unconventional, but definitely resourceful, and a perfectly adequate way of taking down quick notes, especially since Frank is probably apprehensive about asking a cop for a pen anymore.
Can I borrow your pen, sir?
No.
Out of curiosity, what does come up if you Google Gauthier's name? A bunch of references to his being sued in federal court for violating civil rights, and some other stories dealing with police misconduct. Get your shit together, Reno.
And was he with you, sir?
He just came.
He just here. Is he a supervisor?
He is not.
Can I talk to your supervisor, sir?
Our contact with you is done. So if you want to make a complaint...
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Because he said he had reasonable suspicion because based off of, in general, like this crime in general, but under Terry versus Ohio, you have to have specific reasonable suspicion that I, myself, was about to commit a crime or have committed a crime.
And did I already explain that to you?
You said in general, sir. Like in general, like Planet Fitness has...
I said from my training experience in this area, from working this beat over 1.5 years, people who sleep in their cars in this area do commit crime.
So
I have specific instances where that's true.
And we've been asked by the property owners, Winco and Planet Fitness, since we have taken several reports, made several arrests.
Have you talked to anyone else today?
What are you talking about?
Like the other people? Or are you just singling myself out?
I'll be honest with you. I just logged on tonight. You are the first person I've stopped. Am I going to stop more people if I don't get dispatched somewhere else? Yep, I will.
Like, why did you pick my car versus the other
Because
cars?
you have been here for probably almost close to a month. So I decided I was giving you a couple weeks because, you know, hey, maybe you're just going through a rough time. Maybe you're sleeping out of your car. I don't try to bug people. I told you that from the beginning, right? I told you, hey man, I'm not trying to make your life hard, yada yada. But after you've been here for about a month, red flags start raising, and obviously if you've been here that long, you've had enough time to know this area very well, know the people that come and go, know the time that businesses shut down, and are more likely to commit crime. So I'm all about, if you want to sue the department, sue the city, by all means, go right ahead.
I would like to talk to
my contact here is done. You are free to leave.
Can I request a supervisor?
My supervisor...
I know you can leave, but I wanted to talk to someone, sir.
You can call, and then a supervisor will call you on your phone if you'd like to talk to him.
Yep.
Can you get your last name, sir, and badge number?
Brooks 16006.
R-O-O-K-S?
Yes. I'm not going to keep repeating it.
16006.
Okay.
And what requires officers to give that information?
Huh?
What requires officers to give that information?
Well, I'm not saying it's required, but he gave it to me when I asked. I didn't say it was required, did I? I didn't say...
I never said you did say that.
I'm asking you for the badge number.
I'm asking you what requires officers to give that information.
I don't know.
Okay.
Like you gave it to me. I didn't say it was...
I did give it to you because I don't have a problem because I feel very confident in what I did tonight.
It's on your thing, but I can't read it.
I don't have an issue.
It's on your thing, but I can't read it.
So if you want to call non-emergency and call dispatch and talk to a supervisor, 334 cops. Okay?
Sir, you work for the Reno Police Department, sir?
Yep. Reno, Nevada.
And how long have you been an officer, sir?
About 2 years now.
2 years?
Almost 3. Is it almost 3?
3, about 3.
Holy cow, time flies.
Are you both deputies? I'm not sorry.
No, Reno Police. That's city police.
Huh?
What's with the 300? We're done talking.
You can Google, man.
Well, I mean, if
you're asking, you know we're Reno Police.
You're asking historical questions. I'm not here to answer that. Okay? I don't know what you're trying to catch us up on. I don't play games. I'm here for a serious matter, and if you want to play games, that's fine.
I'm not trying to play games.
Okay? I have been very professional with you, and our contact is done. I am leaving, okay? Have a good day.
In addition to the Fourth Amendment violations, in the lawsuit, Frank alleges that he was racially profiled by Gauthier, a 14th Amendment violation, noting that the white homeless people present in the parking lot that night were not subject to any harassment by Reno police.
The 2 deputies left. They singled me out as the first car, and I didn't see them going to any other cars. Has the cops ever talked to you? Because 20 minutes ago, I was in my car, right? Yeah. I'm on my computer, and 2 cops pulled up at me, and they're like, "Oh, we need your ID." That's why I was laughing. Like, has anyone ever just looked? Why did they come to me versus any of the other cars? They only came to my car.
Look at the squalor surrounding this guy's car. Wouldn't he have made a better target for illegal detainment than Frank? Also in the legal complaint, a very compelling case is made that Frank was profiled and targeted because he was homeless. In fact, it's obvious that the entire encounter was a pretext to get Frank's info and run him for warrants. It's not a traffic stop, as Frank's car was parked.
I know, but you're delaying my investigation.
It was on private property, but he was not trespassing, as he frequented the establishments here, and no staff had questioned him or asked him to leave, nor had anyone complained to police, as confirmed by Gauthier himself.
Do you have a right to be here? If they want you to be. Have they told me that they don't want you here? Nope, not yet.
So Gauthier had no lawful reason to even approach Frank. He did it because he felt like it. There was never a genuine concern for Frank's wellness, nor any offer to provide assistance as far as services for the homeless. And the 14th Amendment violation is pretty much indefensible once Gauthier said this.
People who sleep in their cars in this area do commit crime.
Frank contacted the PD, and they did send a supervisor out to take his complaint, if reluctantly.
I empathize with you here. I understand what you're saying. Again, I apologize. I really do have emergencies that are going on that I have to get to, though. These other calls...
I appreciate it, officer. Have a great day, sir.
All right, you as well.
All right, bye.
2 days later, Frank was already drafting his lawsuit against the Reno PD when he was approached in the same parking lot by a hostile Reno officer who harasses and threatens Frank and makes him move his car. This looks a lot like Blue Line Gang retaliation for his complaint against Gauthier.
What is your name and badge number, sir?
It's right here.
Can you spell
I'm
say
filming you too, so all this stuff public.
No, it's okay. Can you tell me?
No, it's right there. You can read it.
Can I get your badge number, sir? Because it's not there.
It's right on the badge.
Oh, 8471.
Okay, you need to pack up and go because they're asking you to leave. Otherwise,
yeah, I understand.
Otherwise, you can be cited for trespassing. Right.
Can I come back to go to Planet Fitness? I'm a member.
If you're going to work out, you can, but you can't park here and have your windows all blacked out and sit here.
Oh, it's not blocked out. It's just cardboard.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to argue with you. They're asking you to either go to the gym or leave.
Yeah, I have no problem complying with your order, sir.
Sounds good. Thank you.
But the thing is, I wanted more information because I believe I am entitled to that. Is that okay? Would this be like retaliation from with Officer Gauthier?
Officer who?
Gauthier 16009.
I don't believe so. Why? Did he come out?
Oh, let me show you something. You want to see a video?
Yeah, show me.
Yeah, let me show you a video.
Do you have a right to be here? If they want you to be. Have they told me that they don't want you here? Nope, not yet.
Did you trespass me with that statement?
First you said
Not
you
yet.
don't have a problem.
But we're trespassing.
I don't, but it's only if it's required. So what is reasonable suspicion, sir?
You don't have any warrants, so that's
Park
good.
here with your car all covered up like this. Looks like you're living out of it.
People who sleep in their cars in
Do you have a legitimate reason to be here?
to commit crime.
You want to show me your gym pass?
Am I required to show you my gym pass,
You're not
sir?
required to. I'm asking if you want to.
Would that do anything?
It would tell me that you do have a legitimate reason to be here.
I am a member of Planet Fitness, sir.
How do I know that?
Am I, will you arrest me if I don't show it to you?
No.
Then why, I am a member of Planet Fitness.
Okay.
You won't believe me?
Then why don't you go and work out?
I was working on my lawsuit, man. I showed you the complaint that was up. Look, right here.
Okay, listen, good luck on your lawsuit. Just so you know, Ross has trespassed you.
So I can't come back.
Continue to loiter here, you could be cited or arrested for trespassing.
Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
Sure. See it?
It's A. Hickman. What's your badge number? I can't see it from here. 10167. And I just had a quick question for you. Can you explain what reasonable suspicion is?
Hey, we're not here for that.
Just look it up on your phone, man.
We're not here for that.
Why?
Look up Nevada revised statutes.
No, I'm asking if you know what reasonable suspicion
listen,
is.
We're here because people that are in
Yeah,
control...
I'm going to go over there,
Are
sir.
you letting me finish?
Yeah.
You keep interrupting me.
Go ahead, sir.
Those folks here are in control of this part of the parking lot.
They called us to assist them in trespassing you from this point and you and all these other people.
While the Reno tyrants prove to be more than a handful, Frank Liu is not just a bystander caught in unfortunate circumstances. Though not even technically an auditor, he is in fact a champion of First Amendment rights. You see, all of this, the harassment, the lawsuits, even being homeless, all of this had something to do with a company called Nielsen. You know, the TV ratings company? They report on the most watched programs of the week or whatever. I personally struggle to see how such a service is relevant at all in the modern streaming era. It feels more like a relic of times past, along with surfing basic cable or flipping through TV Guide.
How could you let her take the TV Guide? That's my TV Guide!
But nevertheless, they are still a thing, and up until 2019, Frank was an employee there.
I used to work for Nielsen as membership representative, and I hope you do not sign up for the Nielsen TV ratings. When I used to work for Nielsen, my manager called me a racial slur. I contacted HR to inform them that there was racism, discrimination, and retaliation at Nielsen. I got terminated.
Frank was so disillusioned by these events that he left the country, moving to China, where he took up a role as an educator, teaching high school students in economics and academic writing. He returned to the US in 2021 solely to file a lawsuit against Nielsen before the deadline was up, and he sued the company for a number of claims, such as racial discrimination, retaliation, and wrongful termination. Frank was determined to expose Nielsen not only for the racism he personally endured, but also to raise awareness of Nielsen's unethical practices in hopes of persuading people to not sign up for any of their surveys. He created the YouTube channel TV Ratings Guy, dedicated to exposing Nielsen's alleged unethical practices, such as payment discrimination of participating families based on their racial or ethnic backgrounds, formalized through different coded gift charts used to calculate household compensation. He also claims that their recruitment methods similarly discriminate in how they value data from certain racial groups. In a move to silence him, Nielsen offered a settlement of $51,000. However, the conditions required Frank to delete all his YouTube videos that criticized the company and agree to absurd levels of confidentiality. essentially barring him from discussing his claims or disparaging the company in any way ever again in any setting or context. Frank told him to fuck off and that his First Amendment rights were not for sale, flatly rejecting the settlement offer. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. He put it more eloquently than that. But his commitment to speak out against racism and to continue publishing stories on the topic would not be compromised, even at the cost of facing homelessness. Indeed, this decision directly led to more than a year of homelessness for him. So earlier when I said that Frank Liu, Reno Misconduct, is a champion of First Amendment rights, that wasn't blowing smoke, especially for a non-auditor, non-activist, at least at that time. By the way, Frank is no longer homeless, but his legal battle with Nielsen is ongoing. If there's a silver lining here, it's that these proceedings put him in a much stronger position to sue Reno and Lyon County, already having experience as a pro se litigant. Which brings us back to the original story. 2 lawsuits and 2 settlements. In each case, a 1983 was filed, listing both the officer and the respective municipality as defendants. Both cases lasted for over a year, and both settled in February of 2024. To recap, in the Lyon County incident, Lieutenant Powell violated Frank's 4th, 8th, and 14th Amendment rights, the 4th with the illegal detainment and ID, the 8th under Martin v. Boise by forcing Frank to leave the rest area, and the 14th for Powell's being prejudiced against the homeless. The case was settled in the amount of $2,600. The Reno case has more moving parts, much of it centering around the judge's embarrassing and trashy personal life drama. Cue the banjos for this segment, we're going down the rabbit hole. The judge on the case, Carla Baldwin, was married to a cop. This naturally suggests a potential conflict of interest and raises questions about her impartiality in presiding over a case where cops are the defendants. Instead of using the opportunity to prove her skeptics wrong, she actually granted a protective order against Frank and his Reno Misconduct YouTube channel, barring him from posting any new content relating to the case. This sure smells like an attack on the First Amendment to me. The reasons behind the protective order were tied to some obscure privacy law, and we don't have time to get into it, but I assure you it's total bullshit. So you've got Judge Baldwin here, whose former husband was a corrupt cop. And that's not just hyperbole. He pled guilty to 3 felonies and is literally serving a 3-year prison sentence as I write this. So this cop married his first wife like 20 years ago. They split up at some point, but never actually divorced. God only knows why. Then around 5 years ago, things started getting hot and steamy between the cop and the judge, and they want to get married. Instead of just telling her the truth and fixing this problem in a legal way, this friggin' guy sneaks into the courthouse after hours, breaks into the office of a family court judge, hacks into his computer, and forges paperwork for a divorce from his first wife that never happened. Thanks to these falsified documents, the cop and the judge were then able to tie the knot, and that's how he became a bigamist. Unfortunately, investigators were soon onto him for the burglary, and it didn't take long before all of his lies were exposed. And perhaps the best part of all, his first wife, realizing she was still legally married to him, sicked some divorce lawyers on his ass, and she got to take his car and his house. Bless her soul. Judge Baldwin swiftly divorced his ass too, leaving the disgraced deputy both wifeless and penniless. Just kidding about the penniless. He was of course placed on administrative leave since 2019, continuing to get paid by your tax money for years while the feds investigated his crookery. He was sentenced in April 2024 to 3 years for the forgery, bigamy, and providing false evidence. All of which is just to point out that Judge Baldwin may well have been biased in this case. To recap the Reno violations, Officer Gauthier violated Frank's 4th Amendment by illegally detaining him and forcing him to ID, and his 14th Amendment by racially profiling him and targeting him because he was homeless. The video of the Reno PD interaction went semi-viral when originally released, in part from being shared by some larger auditing channels. I found an interesting take by this Lawyer Reacts type channel, and by interesting I mean totally lame.
I just think it's so thin, so flimsy. But like, what are the damages? You know,
nominal damages.
I would think so. Even if it's like overwhelmingly your 4th Amendment rights were trampled upon, which I don't know is true here. And I guess someone's looking for a couple bucks, I guess.
These ignorant lawyer guys downplay the rights violations and didn't even think Frank would have a case. Alas, the case settled in February 2024 in the amount of $5,500. The protective order against Reno Misconduct was terminated as well. As far as the dollar amounts of these settlements go, whether you think this is a lot or not a lot is up to you. There's not really a standard for this kind of thing. For a quick comparison though, the Virginia Army officer who was pepper sprayed, kicked, and handcuffed in this incident was awarded $3,685, and that was from a jury. Frank Liu's detainments lasted about 15 minutes each, with no cuffs and no use of force. And of course, he represented himself. Accountability was had, and I see this as a big win for the people. Go subscribe to Reno Misconduct and TV Ratings Guy. Or better yet, take Frank's advice.
Do not sign up for the Nielsen TV ratings.
Thanks for watching this video. This is Showcase Audits. Until next time, know your rights. I'm out.